they were supposed to be working together, but instead Sarasota police say an argument caused two colleagues to kill one another. Their bodies were found inside a home this morning on Lido Key. It's left the island community in shock. Fox 13's Kimberly Quizon reports officers are still...
Bro, first of all, how management let it get to this point? How the management let it get to this point?
Still trying to piece together what caused the men to turn on one another.
Tuesday morning.
So you're telling me it wasn't wasn't nothing happened before this, that they didn't have to check with management or nothing, like ain't nobody report nothing to management to where somebody had a layoff or something?
Sally Esther walked out her front door and found crime scene tape.
I was taking my trash out, and that's when I saw all the officers' vehicles.
Officers with the Sarasota Police Department lined the 700 block of South Boulevard of the Presidents on Lido Key. Two men, a 32-year-old and a 50-year-old, were found dead at this rental.
And I found out some information and just a very, very scary answer that I got. And it's
a 2-year-old and a 50-year-old were found dead at this rental.
And I found out some information and just a very, very scary answer that I got, and it's just really sad what happened.
Sarasota police say someone who had access to the home found the men around 9 this morning.
They got into some sort of argument. What it appears is that in this incident where they were arguing, they did end up taking each other's lives. So it's a very tragic situation.
Investigators say the men were co-workers and had come to the area for work.
They were not working on this house. It looks like they were possibly coming here for work, and their employer had booked them a stay here.
Surveillance video from inside and outside the home is giving investigators a look into what happened, but they say there is still more to uncover.
It would be logical to assume that they each were armed. So again, we're very early on in the... investigation. We don't have both weapons.
Officers found one knife on scene, and for those who live here, it's a tragic situation they're still trying to comprehend.
I feel bad for the families. I feel bad for these two men. I feel bad that this incident had happened, especially on our quiet little Lido.
Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News.
The medical examiner's office has identified the men involved, and officers are now working on notifying their families. Their cause of death won't be official until an autopsy is complete.
Man, shit don't make no sense, man. Let's go to the next video. We got a raid. We had a raid.
The news rattling the halls at City Hall. Morgan Mackay is in the newsroom breaking it all down. And what do we know right now, Morgan?
Stephen, Natasha, we're talking about a massive operation here. The FBI raiding the homes of at least 5 people in Mayor Eric Adams' administration, including 2 of his deputy mayors, the school's chancellor, and even reportedly the NYPD.
Right. Let's see what these people look like. Let's see what these people look like.
NYPD commissioner.
It is all about the kids. If there's any other comments that will be made, it'll be happening tomorrow.
A testy school's chancellor, David Banks, did not answer questions about the FBI raid on his home in Harlem that he shares with Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright. It is unclear at this time if the raid was targeting one or both of them, but electronic devices were seized from their home. FBI agents on Wednesday also raided the home of Deputy Mayor for Public Safety, Phil Banks, the brother of David Banks. Phil Banks' attorney, Benjamin Brofman, confirmed this for us this afternoon. Phil Banks has been entangled with law enforcement before and was previously named by federal prosecutors as an unindicted co-conspirator in an investigation into a police bribery scheme during former Mayor Bill de Blasio's administration. Banks abruptly retired from the NYPD in 2014, but returned to city government after Mayor Eric Adams took office in 2022. Additionally, numerous outlets are reporting that the FBI also raided the home of NYPD Commissioner Edward Caban. A law enforcement source tells Fox 5 that several NYPD executives, including the police commissioner, were told to turn over their phones immediately to the U.S. Attorney's Office with the Southern District of New York. A spokesperson for the the NYPD would not go into detail, but said, quote, the department is aware of an investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York involving members of service. The department is fully cooperating in the investigation. On top of that, FBI agents also raided the home of another Adams aide, Tim Pearson, who is currently facing multiple lawsuits for allegedly sexually harassing female employees and is facing a separate investigation for his role in a fight at a migrant shelter. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York would not comment on the investigation, but according to multiple sources, this investigation is likely separate from the federal corruption inquiry facing the mayor involving his campaign fundraising and possible ties to the Turkish government. In that investigation, Adams himself was served a grand jury subpoena in July and was forced to turn over his cell phones to the FBI. Agents have also raided the homes of his top campaign fundraiser and another one of his aides in connection with that investigation. City Hall Chief Counsel Lisa Zornberg in response said, quote, investigators have not indicated to us the mayor or his staff are targets of any investigation. As a former member of law enforcement, the mayor has repeatedly made clear that all members of the team need to follow the law.
Now, as Adams was leaving City Hall today, he also told a few reporters there that they will continue to turn over any information the FBI needs, and he's going to continue to be the mayor of New York.
Yeah, man, this crazy. This crazy.
All right, Morgan, thank you.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. We out, man.